Good morning, students. This is a very short video of data structures for second BSc Computer Science. So many of you would have having doubts about why we are going to study data structures as a course in the second BSc Computer Science. So why it is important? So before we go into the introduction to data structures, we all aim that we want to become programmers or something related to programming. We want to do something related to programming or software or IT enabled services. Likewise, we want to do some job related to programs. So for that, we want to develop smart programs. So for that, we have to have some knowledge in data structures. To become a smart programmers, we need to have some knowledge in data structures. So data structures was introduced in second year BSc Computer Science. So in this video, we will shortly see about the topics that we are going to cover in the syllabus. So the basic concepts and introduction to the core topics of arrays and structures, stacks and queues, linked list, trees, graphs, sorting, hashing. So these are all the topics that we have been given under this syllabus. So all these topics are aimed to develop better programmers. So what is a program? First we have to understand what is a program. So we were, as a second year computer science students, you will be already known to develop some programs in C or C++ or sometimes Java also. So most of you would concentrate on developing the program that would run correctly. So that is the programs that will produce the output that is expected to produce. For example, if you want a program to find a factorial, so you will make the program give the correct output for a factorial. So if you would enter 3, the factorial of 3 would be 6. So you want a program to give the correct result or the correct output. Suppose that there are many ways for solving a particular problem. It may be a sorting problem or it may be a searching problem. There are many ways to do that same problem. So what our aim is we have to develop the program that takes less memory and less time. So the program should be fast and it should also take only little memory space in our system. So that is our aim. So when we see these topics, arrays and structures, stacks and queues, linked list, trees, graphs, sorting, hashing. So all these concepts, when we study this concept, so there are some advantages, there are some disadvantages in these concepts. Some concepts are better for some applications and other concepts are better for some other applications. So when we have some introductory knowledges in these topics, we can choose a particular data structure for our topics. So these are all the topics that will be covered in the syllabus. Some of the topics like stacks and queues are already discussed in the YouTube video in our channel. So we can see the link in the description box of this video. So there are already some topics of data structures. So the links you can see in the description. So first of all, what is a program? So in some book, the program is explained as it is data structures plus algorithm. So when we build a program, when we choose particular data structures and we choose the method to use the data structures and produce output, so that is called as programs. So especially one of the authors of data structures, Korth, he says that program is equal to data structures plus algorithm. So when we develop program, so first the problem will be given. So for this, but for the inputs in the expected outputs will be specified. So for example, for a factorial, the input will be an integer. The expected output will be, so the integer multiplied by another integer which is less than the same integer multiplied by another integer which is less than the same integer. So in that way this should be repeated till 3 into 2 into 1. So that will be the expected output. So we have to develop a program that produces the expected output correctly. So for 3 factorial, it should produce the same output. Suppose that we are writing a program for converting the number 3 into a binary number. It should produce the output like 1 1. So in this way, we have to develop a program that produces the expected output correctly. Suppose the program is adding 2 numbers. The program should add the 2 numbers and produce the output correctly. So this is the main expectation for as a student for developing program. So this is in college environment. We focus on developing a program that produces the correct output or expected output. So that is not the case in the industrial environment. So in the industrial environment, there will be many people who can develop the programs. So in that case, there will be 10 people for developing one program. So they have to give job only for 2 or 1. So for that, who will be able to produce the good program? That is the expectation on the industries. So how they calculate the goodness of a program? So the program that runs fast and the program that takes less memory space. That is the criteria for choosing a good program. That is the criteria for differentiating good program and bad program. Suppose we want to download an app in our smartphone. What we will be doing? How we will choose an app? Suppose we for video editing we are going to download an app. How we will choose? There are many apps for particular task. Suppose for calculating accounts, we are going to download an app, or for any other reason. Suppose for developing a chart, we are going to download an app. In that way, there are many apps for different categories. So how we will choose an app? So we know our memory space in our phone. So we know the speed of our phone also. So we will be choosing an app that take less memory and that runs faster. So in the same way, in the industry environment, so they expect programmers to develop a program that runs faster and takes less space. So that is known as time complexity and space complexity. So you are all welcome to the developer community. So from second year onwards, you have to focus on developing faster programs and that takes less memory. So if you focus on that, you are welcomed into the developer community. So according to the developer's view of program, first you have to understand the problem. Suppose it is adding n numbers or adding 10 numbers. You have to understand the problem. Explore different what are the many different ways to solve a particular problem. Select algorithms that requires less time and space. In the same way, you have to select the data structures also. So for a particular problem, how the problem is solved efficiently in times and space. So where you have to look around and talk with your classmates or friends. So you have to discuss the technology, the algorithm and procedure. So each one have to develop the algorithm on your own, and also look for your friend's algorithm and analyze the time and space complexity. Who has used less amount of variables, whose program is running fast for large amount of inputs. So in that way you have to discuss and then choose the methods for solving a particular program. So in that way we can go and study the different topics in data structures. So in the coming videos we are going to see about our search algorithms and sorting algorithms, and also different other concepts in data structures. Thank you.